Who's growing strawberries? Give me a thumbs up if you're growing any strawberry plants. Now, you'll start to notice, mine have already started doing it, that they are sort of sending out runners, their baby plants. Now, as soon as those runners take root on the ground, you can cut them and separate them from the parent plant and then pot them up separately. I did this, actually mother-in-law did this for me last year, and she gave me some plants. So my plants are on there, they'll be on the second year now. Strawberry plants generally need the first year is for growing, the second year is for fruiting, and then third and fourth. Third year is okay, fourth years are on their way out. So I like to start getting the runners ready to replace the fourth year. So then they've worked their way through the first year of growing, and then I can plant them out so they're ready to fruit on the fourth year of the old plants. So I can get rid of the old plants and then replace them with the new plants all ready to go. So when they're starting to grow runners now, you want to wait for them to root, separate them from, cut them off, just cut the runner bit from the main plant and then pot them up. So you can overwinter these really nicely in pots. You can do them in a seed bed if you wanted to, if you've got a spare area in your vegetable patch or in your garden. You can plant them into there and let them establish nicely because they need that good root system to get growing when the weather warms up in the spring. So if you do it now, they're going to have a nice bit of warmth still to get all established and ready to go dormant over winter and then to kick off in the spring ready to start growing for their first proper year of growth. They might produce a couple of strawberries their first year, but you want to kind of, if you can, nip the flowers off because you want them to grow and establish in their first year, not fruit, really. Some people let them fruit, but it just takes away from their growth. So this is a really good one. For it's not really an autumn winter one, but you can establish them now, ready for their first year of growth, and then they'll be ready for the second year to have lots of fruit. If you leave the runners to do their own thing, still attach to the parent plant, it takes the energy away from the parent plant, which means next year they won't produce so much fruit, and then the runners won't be as good anyway because it'll be their first year. So you're not helping anything in that situation. So you need to separate them. As soon as they've got roots, and they're rooted in the ground or wherever you've got them, or in the tray, separate them off. Cut them off. You don't need that. It doesn't help anybody. So take them off, pot them up, leave them to it, get them established and nice, or plant them in the ground somewhere, established and nice, and then after their first year, they'll be ready to plant out and produce lots of strawberries for you. If you are growing your strawberries in the ground, try and plant them somewhere that you haven't grown strawberries before, or at least in the last 3 or 4 years. This will just prevent the any diseases that might be overwintering or lying in the soil. So try not to plant them in an area that you've planted strawberries for the last 3 years to reduce the chance of getting any diseases, and condition the soil because they do like to have good nutrients behind them because they're producing you loads of fruit. You want loads of fruit out of them and they need it. They need the energy from the soil, the food from the soil. So you need to do that.